And you see another interception round coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one coming up from the sea.
Fox confirms a combined joint attack from Hezbollah and Iran targeting them at the same time. We're going to hear all about it and more in less than an hour when Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Kane, join us. They share the latest update live from the Pentagon. Our next guest heard from them as well in a classified briefing yesterday. Senate Majority Whip John Barrasso sits on the Foreign Relations Committee and joins us now. Senator, can you bring us inside the best you can that briefing and the posture the Democrats had behind closed doors?
Well, thank you, Brian. Number one, the world is much safer today because President Trump has taken decisive action against Iran. The Ayatollah is dead. His team under him has been eliminated, and we are currently eliminating the Iranian military force. We're talking about missiles, the missile launchers, and their ability to produce more missiles. What struck me yesterday at the briefing was the fact that Iran was producing more than 100 missiles every month. They were building up a stockpile that would be hard for our interceptors or the world's interceptors to take down. They were setting up a cone of immunity so that they would be able to protect themselves as they once again started to go with nuclear weapons. That's what we heard about yesterday. Iran has been at war with the United States for 47 years, killing thousands of Americans. And Brian, yesterday after the briefing, I talked to the mother of a soldier from Wyoming, Tyler Pickett, who was killed by an Iranian IED in Iraq in 2008. She said, John, please thank President Trump for what he is doing, for what he has done. And she's praying for all the men and women who are now in harm's way.
And Senator, 603 died in that insurgency alone, where they went in and made our lives miserable in Iraq, where the Iraqis were willing to turn the page on their country and Saddam Hussein. So you have the posture behind closed doors. Tell me if this sounds like the Chuck Schumer that was getting briefed when no one else was listening. Watch.
The American people do not want an endless war. The administration doesn't seem to know what it's doing. The answers are very unsatisfying. They have shifting goals, different goals all the time, different answers every day. And I am truly worried about mission creep.
Is that the Senator Chuck Schumer behind closed doors?
No, they asked questions. People I thought were very respectful yesterday. Look, what are the Democrats trying to do today? They're trying to tie the president's hand with this vote of the War Powers Act. The president acted in the best way to protect our nation. You know, I was with him Thursday afternoon with a small group of senators and Marco Rubio. It was obvious at that point that the Iranian off-ramp was not going to occur. They were not into doing what they needed to do. The president did the right thing. He has full authority to do what he has done. He's done the right thing. And look, and compare this to what Obama did and the Democrats 10 years ago. $56 billion to the Ayatollah. And for the last 10 years, they've been using that money to kill Americans and others and to build more weapons. What we ought to be doing today in the United States Senate is not what Schumer wants to do and is talking about. What we ought to be doing is funding the Department of Homeland Security, which right now is shut down as a result of the Democrats obstructing our efforts to fund that department when terrorism is on high alert.
Senator, would you encourage the president to tell China to stop arming this terrorist regime, you know, regardless of how this turns out? The reason why they're building all those ballistic missiles all the time, the reason why they have the armaments they have and the money they have, even through sanctions, is because China's supplying the material and China's buying the oil.
Well, the president obviously works through peace through strength, and he has been displaying that. They tried to get Iranian efforts into Venezuela. The president went in decisively and took out their leader. The president, what we're doing now with regard to Iran is sending a message to China and to Russia, as well as clearly to Iran. Look, we are now, this is a different administration than Joe Biden, who you could aggressively push around. We are a strong United States of America. I think that's the best message that we can send around the world, and President Trump is doing it.
Yeah, President Obama was allowing them to sell 2 million barrels of oil and looking the other way. This president is not. Senator Tom Barrasso, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.